Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Studio Arc. So today's video is all about handmade resin notebook with vellum sheets as its refill page. This notebook is something that I designed myself from scratch. From the cover page to the refill vellum sheets, all these designed layout, everything is done by me. So I am kind of proud of my creation, and I will take you to a walkthrough of how I ended up making this notebook. First of all, I wanted a scrapbook, but I didn't want it to be a leather bound journal, so I ended up making a resin notebook with an A6 size. And this notebook, I first of all bought a mold. I could have gone with an A7 because that was my preference, but in the end I ended up making it A6. Now I used a lot of mica color this time. Generally I don't use mica color, but with this product I use mica color. And I used rhinestone chain, I used holographic sparkles, and a lot of other products like dried flowers, etc. And it was a fun project for me. The theme was spring and autumn for the notebook. By spring I mean by spring I wanted it to be more floral, a little bit of feminine, and more of an abstract art, and it came out as such. Of course, I had first decided that it could be a more of a softer touch to it, like much more softer. So I went with white tones, silver tones, and scarlet and pink tones. So as you can see, I'm cutting out the rhinestone chain so that I can use it for my notebook. Like notebooks generally have this ruled side to them, okay, like the ruled index layout, so that like on the left side these rhinestones can be added, like a ruled abstract sort of composition. And I first added white mica as the bottom edge. I wanted to see how it would come out if I add a solid mica resin mixture, but when I saw the opaqueness of it, I thought that no, I would go with a clear, with a clear transparent cover page. Not really exactly transparent throughout, but the dried flowers can be added at the bottom. The dried flowers were white, pink, red, and I used glass shards as well to highlight the bottom. And then I used rhinestone chain at the left side where my binder would be attached, so that it could look like a ruled binder, sort of abstract. I don't know, I went with it anyway, it looked nice. So this entire thing, I wanted my notebook to be refillable, so that even if the pages are have been used up, you can add more extra page to it. Those pages can be vellum sheets or opaque sheets like you get in the market. Now I added golden flakes, copper flakes to my design so that it would look more like abstract art. This is the first layer, so you can see it came out really nice. Now as for the second layer, this was not a part of the design, but later on I decided on it. So for the second layer I added an initial, and that initial would be my name, like P and S. It is stands for my name, and it looked pretty good when I saw it. I added some sparkles like glitter that kids usually use for their art and craft project. It was pretty fun to add. The color was light pink and it was really nice to use. And when I added some resin to it, it kind of floated into the middle, so it looked nice. As for the back one cover page, like the back cover page, I added a clover initial, like a 3-leaved clover. I felt that it would be a nice touch to it, and this is it. I didn't show the back cover page properly because I just used some 2 to 3 pinches of mica color added to the resin and some holographic sparkles, and that was it for the back cover page. That is why I didn't actually show it in my video, the entire process, but this is how it is. As you can see, it came out pretty nice. It is sparkly, it is fancy, and it's not like I only like sparkly ones, but they kind of look visually appealing to me, so I used it. And this one is like, I love demolding my projects because the end result is always satisfying to me. This is how it is. As you can see, the bottom, the top, it looks like a spring abstract, like watercolor, so it's nice. I added some splashes of scarlet mica powder. That is why it looks more like a scarlet abstract, and it kind of looks like a watercolor painting with added glitter on it. Now as for this one, this is me like adding loops in it for the binder. Now for my project, I had first decided that my notebooks could be adjustable. Like if one adjusted the binder into a correct position, it can be, the notebook can be extended in a sense like you can add more pages in it. As you can see, when you put the binder into the upper 2 loops, the notebook is like very simple, which can only add 15 to 30 pages. As for this one, when I add the binder loop inside the smaller loop, I can extend the width, like I extend the width of the notebook, I can extend the thickness of the notebook, and that is a good thing that I came up with. These are the vellum sheets with checkered, dotted and single lined layout, and they are based on flowers, trees, so it's like floral concept, and it is closer to a pink vibe so that it can match with my notebook. And it was pretty nice because these sheets, since it is a vellum sheet, it is kind of translucent, but this sheet is thick enough. It is 90 GSM, so the normal gel pen or ink, they don't get soaked through the page, like they don't bleed through the page. That is why I used 90 GSM for my page, and these are like in total 15 pages, and that would be used for my notebook. And these the layout is like 5 pages are dotted, 5 pages are checkbox, and 5 pages are single lined, like single ruled, and they are kind of more of a scrapbook, like people who love journaling or scrapbooking, this notebook is for them, or those who like to keep a personal diary for them, like an introduction diary or a personal diary, like this one can be used. So I had that thought process when I was making it, and this is available on my Etsy store, the refill pages and the notebook, so you can check it out. If you like my channel, please subscribe, like and share. It's like very encouraging when people like it. This is just a test trial page that I wanted to see, like after punching it through, how it will look after I keep it inside the binder, and it looked pretty cool. As you can see, it is very clear what the page layout is. Like, this was just a test page, but since it is like I've already punched it through, so I would follow the same layout. Like, since this is a handmade notebook, everything is done manually. I don't have like the binder machine for now, but I use whatever I have with me, and that is enough for now. So I would go with it. And I like making notebooks or stationery or resin projects, like resin jewelry. So that is why it was a fun project for me. And since it has initial, then anyone who orders on my Etsy store, like, I would add their initial in it. And since each piece is handmade, there might be some discrepancy in the abstract design, but like, there would be like 90% similar, 10% like human error because every abstract would be different. And that is why it is a handmade product, and it has its own touch to it. It has its own vibe to it, and I liked it. After all, so this is the notebook. It came out really nice. I would be using it for my journal scrapbooking for the month of April, and I will show it to you. Like, I would make those videos. I have already started with the first page and second page, and like, it came out really nice. So the general setup for the month of April would be ready like in 2 to 3 days anyway. So please like, subscribe and share. I hope you liked it, and I hope that you can support me in the comment section as well. And it is not necessary, but you can always visit my Etsy shop. Okay, thank you. Bye bye.